The resurrection of Jesus isn't just a religious story you have to take on blind faith. It's a claim rooted in history, which means it's something we can actually investigate. The Apostle Paul famously said that if Christ hadn't been raised, then the entire Christian faith is worthless. He hung the whole movement on one single testable event. But before we can talk about a resurrection, we have to answer a much darker question. Did Jesus actually die? Now, some suggest that he just fainted and woke up in the cool air of the tomb. But the historical and medical data tells a very different story. We know Jesus died because it's one of the most well-attested facts in the ancient world. It's reported in all four Gospels, but it's also confirmed by non-Christian sources like Josephus and Tacitus. Even skeptical scholars today, people who aren't Christians, admit that Jesus' death by Roman crucifixion is a historical certainty. But beyond the written word, we have the science of the execution itself. Years ago, the Journal of the American Medical Association published a study on the physical trauma of the crucifixion. They concluded it was medically impossible to survive. You see, crucifixion isn't just about the wounds, it's about asphyxiation. As a person hung there, the weight of their body made it harder and harder to exhale. To get a single breath, they had to push up on the nails in their feet. This explains a crucial detail in the historical account. The Roman soldiers broke the legs of the men next to Jesus to speed up their death. And why? Because without their legs, they couldn't push up to breathe. They would suffocate in minutes. But when they got to Jesus, he was already dead. So they pierced his side with a spear instead. And the blood in the water that flowed out is a classical medical sign of heart failure and lung fluid. There was no fainting here. Jesus didn't just survive a coma and then migrate to another land. He was dead and buried, and the tomb was guarded. So if the body was gone 3 days later, what happened? Well, in the next video, we're going to take a look at the 5 facts that even atheist historians agree upon, and why the wrong tomb theory falls apart under scrutiny. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next piece of the puzzle.